So you've been wanting to try miracle knots, but you've been told your hair is just too fine to hold it? Well, you came to the right place because where there's a problem, I've got a solution. Today I'm going to show you an alternative to installing these on fine hair. So let's get into it. The hair we're using today is from Eayon Hair. They sent me over 5 bundles of their feather crochet in natural wave 18 inches. Each bundle comes with 50 strands of hand-tied human hair for a total of 250 strands. If you're an OG fan of wet and wavy hair, this is the closest thing you're going to get to it. It is incredibly natural, super lightweight, and wait till you see when I actually wet it. For this install, we're going to be using 2 methods. We're going to be using MicroLinks for the ends of the braids and then traditional crochet for the roots. This is super easy and beginner friendly, especially for those who don't know how to braid or have very weak grip game. So let's get into how to make these MicroLinks. You're going to need a couple of tools for this method. You're going to need first a very small crochet hook needle like this. That way it fits through the MicroLink. For reference, this is much smaller than our traditional crochet hook. Next, you're going to need a wired MicroLink beader. This is what you're going to use to attach the beads to your braid. And of course, you're going to need your pliers to clamp and remove the beads. These are the micro beads I'll be using. These are 6mm. These are probably the largest that I've been able to find. These are metal beads that are lined with silicone on the inside. This not only helps the bead grip firmly, but it's gentle on your natural hair. Here's a size comparison of the 6mm bead and the 3mm bead. The first step is to load the beads onto the crochet hook. Then I'm going to grab 2 pieces of the feather crochet and I'm going to feed it onto one of the MicroLinks. The name of the game is to get a full 2 pieces of that crochet through the MicroLink. You can technically fit more pieces through here, but you definitely want to make sure you leave enough gap room to fit the braid. The process may seem tedious, but it really doesn't take very long once you set up a process. This might have taken me 15 minutes. I anticipated having about 50 braids, so I loaded up 50 beads, which was 2 full bundles of hair. I think I ended up having 58 braids total. Also, loading up 2 per link is totally optional. I did 2 because I wanted to use all 5 bundles. Once you finish loading up your links, you can load them onto your beater. I had multiple beaters on hand, so I just loaded them up like that. I didn't have time to get braided up this week, so I had to do it myself. Whenever I'm doing my own hair to get the parts even in the back, the best setup I have is to screen mirror onto my TV, and it works like a charm. I absolutely love it. Here's the back already done. It honestly didn't take me very long, maybe an hour and a half tops. And this looks like a lot of hair, but it is not at all. It's just really fluffy and really light. So you know where normally when we do these type of installations, we will feed the hair in at the ends of the braid so that your ends aren't sticking out and they're completely covered. Or we will crochet it at the ends of your braids. That's only if your natural hair is strong enough to hold it. But a lot of people don't have hair strong enough to hold it. So instead, what I'm doing is I'm attaching the MicroLink extensions that I created to the ends of the braids. Since the weight of the hair is being supported by the MicroLink, you technically could add a lot more to the ends, but we want to evenly distribute everything out. So I'm adding them to the ends of the braid. How far up you go is up to you. I kept mine up about 2 or 3 inches. I'm going to end up wetting the hair later, so my natural hair is going to blend eventually. Where you choose to place the link is up to you, but I would advise not placing it too close to the ends because over time they could loosen up and slip out. You want to give it enough room so that it is gripped on there tightly. For reference, when you are installing a MicroLink, all you're doing is pressing the clamp closed like this. And when you go to remove it, you just clamp it in the opposite direction like this. Once I got the MicroLinks installed on the ends of my braids, I went back and installed 2 or 3 pieces along the shaft of the braid where my hair was longer, and about 2 pieces at the root of the braid as well. Now, before you make any decisions on whether or not you want to go with this method, pay very close attention to what I'm about to tell you. Start with clean, dry hair. Absolutely no product in it, no oils, none of that. Why? Because anything that loosens up your braid will loosen up the grip on that MicroLink. So this is one of those styles where you're going to want to have to keep oily products away from it. Water is just fine, but stay away from slippery conditioners. Try to stick with a spray-in leave-in if you can. Now, y'all know I'm not ashamed to admit I got some heat damage, but I'm not concerned about that. So in the areas where my hair was a little too fine to hold the link, the size link that I chose, and because I had some heat damage here, I installed it the traditional way so that I could conceal the ends of my hair. So I just inserted a couple of pieces at the root, used 2 of those as a leg for a braid, and used my natural hair as another leg, and then I tied it off at the ends. For the heat damage sections where I could fit a bead on there, I went ahead and attached the bead, and then I just continued the process the same way. I grabbed 2 pieces and continued to braid downward until I reached the end, and then knotted it off. Not counting the braid down, this install took me less than 2 hours, and that's simply because adding the MicroLinks at the ends of the braid sped up the process substantially. This is all 5 bundles installed, and this hair is still incredibly lightweight. It looks like a lot, but it's really light. Now, to define the curls and to get my ends to blend better with the hair, I'm going to drench it in water, and then I'm going to define it with my Design Essentials Curl Enhancing Mousse. Not going to lie, this product is on the pricey side, but it is so worth every single penny of it. This mousse gets the job done. It defines the curls with no strong hold, no flaking, and it helps reduce the dry time. Once I got everything evenly distributed, I sat under my hooded dryer for about 45 minutes. And here are the amazing results. I absolutely adore this hair. This is what you call true wet and wavy, a natural wave pattern. If you want something super natural, super full, that is incredibly lightweight, this is what you want to go with. As always, if you learned something new, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and share it with a friend. Special thanks to our friends over at EaionHair for sponsoring today's video. All the information you need about this hair and products used will be listed in the description box below. And we just hit 400K. Thank you all so much for your love and continued support. Welcome, welcome, welcome all of the new subscribers to the family. And if you're new here, hit that button on your way out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.